Hi everybody. I thought we'd feed little Bracken today because you haven't seen much of her, have you, lately? She's got this lovely little outfit on that Auntie Annie sent to her and Sarah Louise, and it says "pretty like mummy." I think she's a lot prettier than her mummy, but never mind. She doesn't mind, do you, darling? And she's got her little blue booties on that I knitted as well, and she's got the lovely blue blanket that Auntie Suzanne sent. I love this with the little elephants on it, so cute. And I thought it went with the blue theme, so I thought I'd do that and give her a feed. So let's put your little bibby on, darling. Where is it? There it is. And I wanted to have a chat to you today about something that we all go through and is quite stressful, and that's moving home. I think I've moved home a little bit more than perhaps most of you. Yeah, because I was actually writing it down before I came up here, how many places I've actually lived in during my married life. This is not just when I was a little girl. Is that nice and warm? Yeah, that's about right. There you go, darling. There you go. Oh, Mummy hasn't got you sitting right. That's it. Can you see her okay? There she is. She's having some lunch. Afternoon treat, aren't you, darling? Because I've actually moved house since I've been married 15 times. Can you believe it? 15 times in 48 years. I mean, a lot of that is the fact that my husband was in the British Army, as you know. Yeah, you move every few years in that. So, yeah, but 15 times we've moved house. And as you know, as I said, it's a very stressful thing to do. And in the army, they just kind of turn up with some crates for you to put everything in. They're called MFO boxes, and you just have to put everything you possess in them, except for a few things you want to keep with you, and that's it. And I thought I'd talk to you about one of the moves that we did and what I think was probably the best place we ever lived. And that was in 1981. We moved up to the Outer Hebrides. That's the islands off the western coast of Scotland. And we moved to one of the Western Isles called Benbecula. And we lived up there for 3 years, and my boys grew up there. And my youngest boy actually started school there, and my eldest boy was going to school there. Is that all right, darling? She's enjoying that, aren't you? Absolutely beautiful place. It was just... No, it was before 1981, because when was my son born? It must have been about 1976 or 77, actually. I'm wrong there, because I know my youngest son wasn't very old when we moved up there, and he was actually born in 75. So yeah, I'm misremembering that. It actually was in the 70s. But yeah, beautiful place. We had a terrible journey up there, because we went up there in December, just after Christmas, and we went by train, and the train broke down, and the heating went off, and we were all absolutely freezing. We had blankets. They gave us all blankets and everything. So obviously it was a common occurrence for this train to break down. But I think we were stuck on the line for about 2 hours or something. And then we got going again. So we missed our flight from Glasgow. But eventually we did get a flight and got to Benbecula and got our home, got into our home, and of course we were late getting there, so the person who was supposed to give us the keys wasn't there, so somebody had to go and get them, and oh, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. But anyway, we got there, and the next day we went out for a little look around, and oh, what a beautiful place. Oh, you can't even describe it, the peace and tranquility up there. My boys running around on the beaches. We used to collect mussels and winkles and all sorts of things, get them into pots, and oh, the boys had such a lovely time up there. They really did. They loved it up there. And we took our cat with us. We had a stripy cat. He was grey and black, and we called him Tigger. And when we moved back after the 3 years, as soon as he saw the MFO boxes come out, he was off. He decided that it was so nice up there, he wanted to stay, and we never found him. We looked for him and put posters up, but he actually stayed up there, bless him. Oh, the fishing was too good, I think. But yeah, lovely place. Is that enough, darling? There you go. Just wipe your mouth. So yeah, absolutely beautiful place. If you ever get the chance to go up there, you want to go, because it is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. I mean, oh, Mummy forgot to burp you. What's wrong with her today? Let's put your bibby back a minute and let's give you a burp. There you go, sweet girl. Give you a burp. Yeah, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. It really is, you know. And I think we were up there during the winter of discontent in England, when everybody went on strike. I mean, all our supplies used to come in by aeroplane from Glasgow, so we were still getting our supplies, and some of them used to come in by what were they called, the shipping? Oh, I can't remember now. Something beginning with them, but there's a shipping company up there. I expect some of you know. They used to bring things in as well. So, you know, it didn't really... Oh, that was a big burpee for a little girl. There you go, good girl. You're going to lay down there then. Let's get your blanket, keep you nice and warm. It's quite a nice day here today. But it's still a bit chilly. It's been chilly the last couple of days, but they reckon we're in for another heat wave. So, you know, for the next few days. So my men are already moaning about it. It hasn't even got here yet, but never mind. Neither of them like it when it's very hot. It doesn't bother me so much, but it seems to bother them an awful lot. But yeah, so, and it was funny when we I actually got my first real job up there that I'd had for ages. I was a telephonist on the military switchboard up there, and I was locked in the communications centre with all these young soldiers, which was no trial at all, I can tell you. Some of them were very nice. And they used to treat me with kid gloves. They were lovely boys. And they used to bring me cups of tea and that, you know. They were very nice. So, yeah, I mean, before that, I'd been doing, you know, just part-time jobs just to get a few pennies in, to get extras for the boys, you know, cleaning jobs. And I worked at a private school, and I also worked at a printer's, collating magazines and pamphlets and things. So... yeah, did loads of like little menial jobs, but this was like a proper job. And yeah, I enjoyed being a telephonist up there on the switchboard. It was really good. Used to do 2 days on, one morning, one evening, and a day off. So it was quite good, you know. And we used to have a lot of do's on at the mess. So we used to go in, and we had quite an active social life up there. And I really love to dance. I love disco. I've always loved disco, and I love to dance. As soon as the disco came on, that was me on the dance floor. I used to just stay on there all night and come off for a little swig of my drink, and back I go again. And my husband doesn't really dance. He would come up occasionally with me, but I never used to lack for partners. There was always someone who wanted to dance with me, so they used to just kind of join me, and it was really nice. So yeah, I really loved it up there, and had some really good friends up there, and yeah, it was lovely. It was very nice for all of us, and it was lovely for the boys because they were kind of free to roam about and do their own thing. And like I say, they used to like going fishing down on the beaches and everything, and it was really nice up there. You know, it was peaceful and quiet and nothing kind of happening, so it was lovely. Really enjoyed it, you know, really nice. It actually snowed up there when we were there, which it hadn't done for a long time. So it was lovely, and we really enjoyed being up there, and I would have stayed there forever if it had been up to me, but no, we were posted back. But really lovely place, and like I say, if you ever get the chance to go to the Western Isles of Scotland, you should go, because it's absolutely beautiful, and the people are lovely. I mean, really nice. And when we came back, I'm terrible travel sick, always have been since a child, and I'm not too bad flying, but I can't go on boats, honestly. I went on a boat once and I just wanted to die. I felt so ill. So my husband had to take our car back on the boat. He was supposed to be taking the cat with him, but of course the cat decided to clear off at the first sign of movement. I don't blame him, really. And so my husband took the boat home with the car, and I flew to Glasgow with the boys and waited for him to get to us. So that was a long old day, but we were always moving about, and yeah, got used to it, really. Not something I enjoyed, but yeah. You have to let me know how many times you've moved in your life. It'd be interesting to see, you know, the difference. So yeah. So there's my sweet little Bracken, still sleeping peacefully after a nice drink, while her mum chattered on. Didn't she? Your mum's an old chatterer. Yes, she is. And I wanted to do a shout out today for a couple of people. Channels that you might not know of. One of them is, of course, Suzanne in Australia, who's Babybunting Reborns. She's a lovely lady, and she's got some beautiful babies, and she's got the most gorgeous pram, Silver Cross Dolls pram. I would love it. I would love it. I did ask my husband if I could have one for my birthday, but I was told no in very uncertain terms. So, but yeah, go and have a look at Babybunting Reborns. You won't regret it. She's a lovely lady. Sub to her. I'm sure you'll enjoy her. And also to Red Rose. She hasn't got a reborn yet, but she is making hats and things for reborn babies. And she will be getting a reborn of her own soon. And she has got a lovely pram that she's getting ready to have a reborn. So pop across and see her and welcome her into the reborn community, as well as Suzanne at Babybunting Reborns, because I think it's nice when you're first in the reborn community to be welcomed by people. I know people have been absolutely lovely with me. So yeah, go and have a look at them both and subscribe to their channels, because they're both lovely, really lovely ladies. I can't speak more highly of Suzanne than I do. And as I say, Red Rose, Nancy is lovely, an absolutely lovely lady. And go and have a look at her channel. She does all sorts of different things. I mean, she does her own line of cloth menstrual pads, because she's trying to get people to be a bit more ecological instead of having all these disposable ones. She does all these really pretty pattern ones and everything, but she's actually coming into the reborn community too, so check her out. So yeah, So it's bye-bye from little Bracken. Big kiss aunties and uncles from little sleeping Bracken. I hope you've enjoyed seeing her today as much as I've enjoyed showing her. And you all take care out there, won't you? And lots of love to you. Mwah. Love you, ladies.